All right, let's get right into it. We're all hearing about this AI revolution, but what does that really mean for how we work every day? You know, to actually get past the hype, we're going to look at what's being built right now by startups from Y Combinator, one of the most influential incubators in the world. By seeing what they're putting their money on, we get this incredible sneak peek into the future of work. Right? Because when you strip away all the crazy headlines, what you find is this really fascinating, tangible shift that's happening. This isn't about some sci fi robot takeover, it's about a fundamental change in the very nature of work itself. So the real question is, what does that change actually look like on the ground? And honestly, there's no better place to look for that preview than inside Y Combinator's portfolio. If we analyze the problems their top AI companies are trying to solve, we can start to piece together a really clear picture of where all this technology is going. Think of it like a crystal ball, but, it's built on code and venture capital. So the first huge theme we're seeing is the rise of what you can only really call a new AI workforce. This isn't just about software as a tool anymore. Nope. It's about software as a teammate, one that's specifically designed to automate all that back office stuff. And the key idea here is something called an AI agent. The simplest way to think about it is like a digital employee. It's a piece of software that you give a specific goal, say, manage compliance reports or handle sales calls, and it has the autonomy to figure out the steps to get it done. And this is where that trend just becomes crystal clear. These startups are literally building digital versions of specific white-collar jobs. You've got TrueWind offering a digital staff accountant that never sleeps. Cosmo X is building an AI sales executive that can actually have voice conversations. Diligent automates compliance work using LLMs, that's large language models, the tech behind stuff like ChatGPT. And then Purnell and Lena AI are creating AI receptionists and HR assistants. You see, these aren't just tools, they're basically job descriptions. And the ambition here is, well, it's massive. Just look at this quote from Sully AI. The goal isn't just to build employees, it's to build superhuman ones. And that framing, that tells you everything. The end game is a workforce that's faster, cheaper, and maybe even more capable than a human counterpart. And this trend is just all over YC's portfolio. You have Podium with an AI employee making sure you respond to leads instantly. Then you got Marbleism with AI employees that do the tasks you keep procrastinating on. Assembly is building an AI assistant that understands all the client history. And Eloquent AI has an AI operator that learns by just watching you work. The language is so consistent. This is about delegation, not just operation. But listen, this new digital workforce isn't just stuck in the office. The next big thing we're seeing is how these exact same ideas are transforming industries in the physical world. We're talking everything from retail stores to our nation's highways. Let's start with retail. I think we can all agree there's nothing worse than waiting in a long checkout line. Well, a bunch of YC companies are dead set on making that whole experience just disappear. And the solutions are just so clever. MashGen, for instance, uses computer vision to see a whole tray of items at once. You don't even need to scan barcodes. Caper builds that same tech right into the shopping cart. And then Standard AI is creating the whole platform for grab-and-go stores where you just walk out. The AI here is basically acting as the world's most efficient checkout. Okay, now let's scale this up. We're going from the checkout line to an even bigger industry, transportation. And we're not just talking about your car. We're talking about the entire logistics network that our economy basically runs on. So on one side, you have the vision we're all pretty familiar with from companies like Cruise, all-electric, self-driving cars that are going to reshape our cities. But then on the other side, you've got companies like Fleetworks. They're using AI agents to solve the insane puzzle of the freight market, replacing what used to be endless phone calls with this smart automated marketplace. And just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about here, before GM bought them, Cruise had already grown to 3,000 employees. So these aren't small side bets. These are massive, expensive projects designed to automate huge parts of our physical world. Next up is healthcare. This is an industry where AI is having this really interesting two-pronged impact. It's being used to tackle some of the most complex diagnostic challenges we have, but at the same time, it's also automating the mountains of paperwork that just bog the whole system down. And the specialization here is just incredible. I mean, you have BrainKey, an AI that helps doctors analyze brain MRIs to fight dementia. Then there's Prosper, which is an AI phone agent that just handles patient scheduling. And CleanCart is even using AI to create at-home cancer tests. Each one of these is like a highly specialized digital employee for the healthcare industry. Okay, on to our final theme, and this one's a bit meta. With so many companies out there building these AI agents and employees, a whole new category of companies has popped up. AI companies building the tools for other AI companies. This is basically the picks and shovel strategy for the AI gold rush. And this slide lays out the new AI development process perfectly. So if you're building an AI agent, what do you need? Well, first, you need tons of high-quality data. That's what Scale AI does. Then, you need a platform to actually build and deploy it. That's where a company like Shuttle comes in. For that agent to be useful, it needs a memory, which is what Hyperspell provides. And finally, you gotta monitor it and fix it when it breaks, and that's exactly what Atla does. And this toolkit for developers is getting incredibly sophisticated. RoboFlow gives you everything you need for computer vision. MindsDB lets you put AI right inside your database. Zap AI helps you build assistants that actually learn and remember from conversations. And get this, Atla has built an LLM judge to evaluate other AIs. It's a whole ecosystem built by AI companies for AI companies, all designed to make this revolution happen faster. So, after looking at all of this, from digital accountants to AI judges, where is this all headed? What can we really say about the road ahead? You know, the single biggest takeaway, the one thing to remember is this. The way we talk and think about AI at work is changing. We are moving away from thinking of AI as a tool that a person uses, like a fancy calculator, and we're moving toward thinking of it as an agent or an employee that a person manages. And that leaves us with a really fascinating and pretty profound question. As this new digital workforce starts handling more and more of these complex tasks, from accounting to coding, it frees up an enormous amount of human potential. So the real question becomes, what new, bigger, more creative problems are we going to choose to solve next?